Akshata's Recipes. Thank you so much for being here today. So today's recipe is this beautiful stuffed capsicum recipe, and it can be had as a starter or it can be had like a normal vegetarian side dish along with chapatis, puris or some pulao. It's super simple and it's really delicious also. So let's just jump straight ahead into today's lovely stuffed capsicum recipe.
So friends, let's start with today's beautiful recipe of stuffed capsicums. So here I've taken 4 medium-sized capsicums, washed them well. Now we're just going to cut off the top of the capsicum. Now you could use the top also just to decorate it by putting it on top once the dish is ready. So you can just de-seed it and set it aside. And now we're just going to take a knife. Actually, I found a spoon much more easier to work with, and we're going to scoop out all the seeds and the middle of the whatever's there inside the capsicum. So we're going to just take off all of that and keep it nice and clean like this. So you can use a spoon, it works better than a knife. So you can just scoop it out very gently. See that you don't tear the capsicum up, and it comes off very easily. So this is how they look. And now we're going to prepare the stuffing. So for that I've taken 4 medium-sized potatoes, boiled them, peeled them and mashed them. And now we're going to add our ingredients. We're going to start with 1 inch of ginger that I've grated. Next goes in the juice of half a lime. So about a tablespoon or so of lime juice. Or you can adjust it as per your taste. Half a teaspoon of roasted cumin powder. So I've just taken some cumin, roasted and ground it. 1 teaspoon of coriander powder or dhania powder. 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. Half a teaspoon of turmeric or haldi powder. 1 teaspoon of dry mango powder or amchur powder. Half a teaspoon of asafoetida or hing. This is about 4 tablespoons of roasted peanut powder. I'll leave a recipe linked of how I make my roasted peanut powder at home. Some salt to taste. And then some freshly chopped coriander, about a tablespoon or so. You can add it as per what you like. If you want to add some more, you can add some more. And now all we have to do is just mix this very well. You can use a spoon or you can even do it with your hands. And now once it's done, all we have to do is just stuff the capsicums like this. So stuff it up completely like this, and this is how I've done for the rest. This is a very easy recipe and it gets ready also very well. So you can serve it as a starter, or you can even have it with some chapatis or puris or roti, or even as a side dish with some rice and dal. And now I've just taken about 3 tablespoons of oil, heated up the oil well, and now I'm just going to place them with the potato side up first, because we have to cook this really nicely. We don't want to eat raw capsicum. And now I had 2 more capsicums, so altogether I had 6 capsicums so that I could finish up with the filling. So you get exactly nice 6 capsicums with the amount of filling that I used. And now we're just going to cover it and cook it, and at intervals we're just going to keep turning it so that all of the capsicum is nicely cooked. So just keep turning it like this. You can use 2 forks or 2 spoons also, and then you will see this little charred look. That's what we're looking for. And keep your flame between low and medium and just keep turning them. So first we're going to cook the sides of the capsicum. So they look like this. So they have this lovely roasted effect. And now once they're all done, we're going to place them with the potato side downward. And now we're going to cook that part really well till it's nice and crispy and golden brown in color. So in a total, this took me about 8 minutes for the whole dish to get ready. And you can see how beautifully and the potatoes have nicely crisped up. And that's it, guys. And you can also sprinkle some chaat masala on the top or some lemon juice. And this is really, really delicious. So do give it a try.
Wasn't that a very simple recipe? Very few ingredients. So if you like this recipe, then do leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know if you tried it out. Also, don't forget to hit the big thumbs up icon that you see below this video if you really like this recipe. And do share my recipes with family and friends. And don't forget to hit the red subscribe button if you haven't already. And once you have subscribed, click the notification bell and click on all. That way, whenever I put up a new video, you get a message for the same. So thank you so much for being here. Go and check out my channel. I have more than 800 recipes on my channel. And if you go to my home page, which is akshatasrecipes with an apostrophe S, in the YouTube search button, you'll get my entire new home page. And there's something called playlist. Go to that particular part, and you'll get all the recipes segregated into different categories like breakfast items, Maharashtrian recipes, snack items, kids recipes. So that's a way to go and see all the lovely recipes on my channel. So thank you again, and I'll catch you soon in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye. So friends, let's see today's delicious Bhopli Mirchi peeth perun. Now here I'm using one big capsicum. I've just washed it well, cut and patted it dry. Now I've cut the top off. We're going to use the part of the top also. And we're going to remove all the seeds and the white part of the capsicum or the bell pepper. We're not going to use the white part or the seeds. And then you're going to cut them into small cubes, even size cubes like this. Now this one large capsicum makes enough bhaji for about 2 people. So if you want to make it for more than double or triple the quantity. Now I'm going to chop up all the pieces, and now the top also I'm just going to chop as much as I can. Whatever pieces of the capsicum are available. We're not going to waste any of this lovely vegetable. And now our vegetable is prepped. Now it's very easy to make the rest of the recipe. So in a pot I'm going to heat 1 tablespoon of oil. Once my oil is hot, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of mustard seeds. Once the mustard seeds begin to splutter, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera, half a teaspoon of asafoetida or hinga, and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Now I'm going to add the chopped capsicum, and I'm going to fry this in this foodni for at least half a minute. Then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. You can alter it, you can make it less or more depending on your spice level. Then I'm going to add some salt to taste, and I'm also going to add a pinch of sugar. Now I'm going to mix everything really well together. And now I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of besan or chickpea flour. So peeth perun means, you're putting some kind of flour on the vegetable and making it. I have many recipes of peeth perun. I'll leave the links below. There's kanda peeth perun, there is methi peeth perun, and they all taste really delicious. And there's a dry recipe, so it's very good to give kids for their tiffin or carry to office for tiffin. It's a nice, and the shelf life also is pretty long if you keep it in the refrigerator. And it doesn't have any onion, garlic, ginger. Now I'm just going to sprinkle water. Don't pour water, just sprinkle water. So I've taken about 2 to 3 tablespoons, and I'm going to sprinkle it and scrape the bottom because the chickpea flour tends to stick to the bottom. Again, I'm going to add some 3 or 4 more tablespoons of water and mix everything well. Now we just have to cover and cook this on a low heat for about 5 minutes, but keep stirring in intervals. Don't leave it unattended. Keep taking off the lid in intervals and keep checking on the vegetable. Now after some time you will see that the vegetable starts leaving the sides of the pan very easily, and also the besan starts to swell up a bit. It starts to become puffed up a bit. It looks a little bit like upma or something. It starts swelling up. Now I'm just going to add 2 teaspoons of clarified butter. So this is about after 5 to 7 minutes of cooking the vegetable. Now this ghee or clarified butter really elevates the flavor of this dish and just makes it even more tasty and delicious and light. So this is a very light and fluffy kind of a vegetable dish because of the besan that we've added. It has all the flavors of the capsicum and all the spices that we've added. Now again I'm going to cook and cover and cook this for about another 2 minutes, again stirring in intervals. And after some time you will see that whatever the flour is stuck to the bottom just comes off very easily because of the moisture of the water that we release, and the capsicum also does release a little bit of water. And now we're going to just add some chopped up coriander. The choice is yours. If you don't like coriander, you can leave it out. But at our home, we love coriander. Give everything a nice mix. Turn off the heat and your vegetable is all ready. This goes amazingly well with some hot puris or chapatis, even some rice and dal. And I'm telling you again, it's a great tiffin item. It tastes superb. So do try out this recipe, guys, and let me know in the comment section how you liked it. I'll catch you soon. This is Akshata signing off. Lots of love. Bye. So friends, let's start with today's mushroom and bell pepper recipe. Now I've washed my mushrooms really well, and I'm going to just squeeze, kind of turn the stems like this, and they come out very easily. So you need to take off the stems, just twist them a bit, and they come off very easily. Now wash your mushrooms really, really well. And try to use fresh mushrooms. I mean, the day you buy them, try to use them up on the same day. Now that I've done with taking off the stems, I'm just going to cut them up into small cubes like this. So using a nice sharp serrated knife, just chop them up like this. This is a very simple recipe, and it's really, really delicious too. You can have it all by itself also, or as a side dish, or you can have this clubbed up with some garlic bread. Now I have heated up my pan and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of oil. Now I am using olive oil for this recipe, but if you are using regular cooking oil also, it will do. Now I'm going to add about 4 cloves of garlic that I've chopped fine. Now with olive oil, you don't need the oil to heat up at all. So the minute you add the oil to the pan, immediately add the garlic. Now we're going to saute the garlic. Next I'm going to be adding 1 medium-sized onion that I've chopped fine. Now saute the onion and the garlic really nicely in the olive oil. If you have olive oil at hand, then use olive oil for this recipe because it does enhance the flavor of this dish. Now I'm going to add the mushrooms, and we need to fry these mushrooms really, really well. So saute the mushrooms really nicely for almost about 2 to 3 minutes. Now you can see that the mushrooms are nicely sauteed. I'm going to add these colorful bell peppers. So I've gone with the yellow, the red and the green. So I've just chopped them up as you regularly chop up a capsicum. And these lovely colorful bell peppers, they really make the dish look good, and they're really, really very good to eat also. They've got a lot of health benefits. And I'm going to add my green regular capsicum that we use. They always say that we eat with our eyes, so when the dish looks really nice and colorful, you feel like eating it. And of course it has to be tasty, which we're definitely going to get to. So now that we've sauteed everything really nicely on a low to medium flame,
We're going to add all our lovely, spices and herbs to make it, taste even better. So I'm going to start with about a teaspoon of black pepper powder. Now all I've done is just taken peppercorns, roasted them, and ground them to a fine powder. Now I'm going to put some salt to taste. This is some mixed Italian herbs, some chili flakes, and I'm going to mix everything together. So you can add either, mixed Italian herbs if you have them at hand, or even oregano. You can just add that too. Whatever Italian seasoning you have at home, you can use that. Even pasta pizza seasoning will do. Now this is some garlic powder that I have. And of course I'm going to add a little bit of cumin powder. Now if you don't have garlic powder, it's okay, you can skip that. Now all the ingredients will be in the description box below. If you don't have garlic powder, you even get this garlic bread seasoning. You can even substitute that. Or if you don't have it, it's okay, you can just skip it. Now I like to have a big collection of all kind of, herbs and herb mixes. So just saute everything really well, and that's it, guys. Your dish is all ready. So you can, like I said, you can have it all by itself. You can just club it up with some garlic bread or some, burnt garlic rice. Enjoy this dish. It's really, really nice.
Welcome to Akshata's Recipes. Well, today's recipe is my own invention and it's called Capsicum and Potato Masala. It is basically a twist on the pav bhaji masala. Sometimes when we eat pav bhaji, we have a little bit of guilt feeling, oh, we've eaten a lot of butter, we've eaten a lot of pav, and so we want to make this into a more healthier version which we can have with some roti or pori. Now this is almost the same as pav bhaji. It has almost the same ingredients like some capsicum, onion, ginger garlic paste, boiled potato, a little bit of pav bhaji masala, but it is made into a vegetable dish. Now this is also a dish, when you're really tired and you don't really want to cook something, you just want to whip up something with whatever little bit of vegetables you have in your fridge, like you have some capsicum or you have some boiled potatoes there or some onions, and you just want to get all of that together and make something really quick. It's even an ideal recipe for your office tiffin boxes, to give your children in their tiffin boxes. It's something which you can just put together very, very fast with very, very few ingredients. So let me show you how I prepare this simple capsicum and potato masala dish. And if you like this recipe, then don't forget to give it a lovely thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button you see below this video. It doesn't have any fee or any charge. It's absolutely free. Go and check out all my recipes. I have about 185 recipes right now and vlogs on my channel. So you can go to Akshata's Recipes and check out all my videos. So let's just head on to my kitchen and make this very simple vegetable called capsicum and potato. showing you a very quick and easy capsicum rice. So let's get started with our ingredients. For our capsicum rice, you will require some par-boiled basmati or long-grained rice. In the description box below, I will leave the instructions on how to prepare par-boiled basmati rice. Then we require some colorful capsicum or bell peppers. I've taken the green or yellow and red ones. Then we require some crushed garlic. I've taken about 4 to 5 cloves and 1 chopped onion. In our spices, we require some finely ground pepper powder, some chili flakes, some pizza seasoning, and some seasoning, the Maggi cube seasoning. That is, you get cubes like this. You can buy it in whichever flavor you like. That is chicken, veg, and salt to taste. So let's get started with making our delicious capsicum rice. In my pan, I have some oil heating up. You can use vegetable cooking oil or olive oil. Here I have used some olive oil. To my olive oil, I will first add my crushed garlic. You don't need to heat your olive oil a lot. Now we will add in our onions. Once our onions are a little bit translucent, we will add in all our bell peppers. You can also add some corn, or for the non-vegetarians you can add some chicken or some sausage. Doesn't it look lovely and colorful? In fact, the more colorful your food looks, the more tasty and even healthy is your food with fresh vegetables. In this way, you can get your kids to eat some nice, healthy, colorful vegetables. Now we'll saute this for some time till it's a little bit nice and cooked. Now our veggies have cooked a bit. You don't want them too soft. A little on the crunchy side also tastes good. To this, we will now start adding our seasoning. We will start with about 1 heaped teaspoon of pepper powder. If you like pepper, you can add some more. Then goes in some pizza seasoning, little or as much as you like, some chili flakes on how spicy you would like your rice. I love it spicy. And some Maggi seasoning. This is easily available in any store. Give all of this a nice mix. The Maggi cubes already contain a little bit of salt, so even if you skip the salt, it's fine. But if you like more salt in your food, you can add some salt. I will add just a pinch. To this, we will now add our parboiled basmati or long grained rice. And give this a good mix. Once you have mixed everything together, let it cook for about a minute on a slow flame, on a slow to medium flame. Never cook your food on a high flame because there are chances your food will get burnt or remain raw or just not taste very nice. Now I like to add a little bit more of some pepper powder, about half a teaspoon at this point. This is pepper powder. Just at the end a little more. That's up to you. You can skip this step or you can add pepper powder if you're a big fan of pepper like me. You have to cook this without a cover. You don't have to cover this dish. Just keep stirring. It's like a stir fry. And there you have it, some delicious, quick capsicum rice. It smells amazing. So friends, if you like this recipe, please do give it a big thumbs up. Do share my recipes with friends and family. And please do subscribe to my channel. All you have to do is just click on the red subscribe button. And once you have subscribed to my channel, click on the bell. And every time I upload a new video, you will be the first one to know. Until next time, this is Akshata saying goodbye and take care. Till we meet again. Bye.